Why are you forgetting things all of a sudden? Why can't you remember simple names, where you put your glasses, or what you just ate for breakfast? And why does it feel like no one else is talking about this, like it's some silent epidemic creeping up behind people over 70, over 80, and even into their 90s? If you've ever found yourself standing in the middle of a room, trying to remember why you walked in there, or if you've had moments where you forget what day it is or what you were about to say, this is not just aging. What I'm about to tell you might shock you, because the truth is, memory loss after 70 isn't always natural. It's not just getting old. It can be a warning, a signal. And if we catch it early enough, there are things we can do to slow it down or even reverse it. Let me tell you a true story. A few months ago, a woman named Clara walked into my clinic. She was 82, dressed in a lovely blue sweater, holding a notebook filled with reminders. "I'm starting to forget things," she said softly, her eyes searching mine. "My grandson's birthday, my favorite book, even how to make my coffee. It's like pieces of me are just disappearing." Clara didn't have Alzheimer's, not dementia either, and yet she was forgetting things faster than she should. So we started digging, and what we found is something every person over 70 needs to hear. Because what's causing millions of seniors to forget things isn't always about the brain. Sometimes it starts in the gut, or the blood, or even in the way we breathe. And if you're watching this video thinking, "Well, I forget things too," then don't skip this, because this might just be the reason and the fix you've been looking for. You see, what Clara had wasn't dementia. It was inflammation. Chronic, low-level inflammation that had slowly built up over the years caused by certain foods, poor sleep, hidden vitamin deficiencies, and yes, even medications that were supposed to help. This inflammation was sneaking past the gut, into the bloodstream, and eventually right into her brain. And when inflammation hits the brain, it doesn't scream. It whispers. It steals one memory here, another thought there. It makes you forget the names of your neighbors. It makes your thoughts feel foggy. And eventually, it makes you scared. But here's the good news. Clara's story doesn't end there. Because once we uncovered the hidden cause behind her memory fog, she started making simple, powerful changes. And within just 6 weeks, she was remembering more than she had in months. Her confidence came back, her smile returned, and so can yours. So if you're over 70, 80, or 90, and your memory isn't what it used to be, stick with me. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 5 silent causes of memory loss no one talks about, and what you can do to stop them today. This might be the most important video you watch this year. The first silent reason behind memory loss after 70 is inflammation in the brain, often triggered by poor gut health. You might not realize it, but the bacteria living in your intestines are deeply connected to your brain. It's called the gut-brain axis, and when your gut is out of balance from processed foods, sugar, alcohol, or long-term medication sends inflammatory signals directly to your brain. This causes what's known as neuroinflammation, and that's when you start to forget things. It doesn't show up on scans. Your doctor might even say, "Everything looks normal." But inside, your memory is quietly eroding. Clara, the woman I mentioned earlier, had been eating yogurt every morning thinking it was helping her. But the version she ate was packed with added sugars fueling the bad bacteria in her gut. Once we replaced it with probiotic-rich fermented foods and added prebiotics like leafy greens and a bit of resistant starch from cold potatoes or green banana, fog began to lift. The second reason is chronic dehydration. You might be thinking, "But I drink enough water." Most seniors actually don't. As we age, our sense of thirst weakens. You may feel fine, but your brain is quietly starving for hydration. The brain is 75% water, and when it starts to dry out, neurons misfire. Thoughts become slower, Memory becomes patchy. The fix? Don't wait until you're thirsty. Start your morning with a full glass of water, even better. Add a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon to support electrolyte balance. The third cause is sleep fragmentation. This one hits harder than people think. Seniors often wake up multiple times at night due to bladder issues, medication side effects, or even anxiety. But here's the scary part. During deep sleep, your brain enters cleaning mode, using a process called the glymphatic system to clear out toxins, dead cells, and metabolic waste. If you don't reach deep sleep consistently, that waste builds up. Over time, this can lead to memory problems, confusion, and even increase the risk of cognitive diseases. Clara was waking up 3 to 4 times a night to use the bathroom. We had her stop drinking fluids 2 hours before bed and added magnesium glycinate after dinner to calm her nervous system. She started sleeping deeper and her mind began to sharpen. The fourth cause is vitamin B12 deficient, sign of the most overlooked problems in seniors. B12 is essential for nerve health and brain function. Without it, your brain begins to short-circuit. Many seniors have low B12 due to age-related absorption issues or medications like metformin or acid blockers. The symptoms? Brain fog, memory loss, tingling in the hands or feet, fatigue, and often misdiagnosed as early dementia. Clara's B12 levels were at the low end of normal, but once we added a high-quality sublingual methyl B12 supplement, her energy came back. She remembered her grandson's birthday again. Her eyes lit up. And finally, the fifth cause is long-term stress. When you carry worry, resentment, or even quiet grief over the years, your brain pays the price. Chronic stress releases cortisol, and over time, cortisol damages the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for forming memories. Clara lost her husband 3 years ago. She never talked about it much. "I thought I was strong," she told me. "But I haven't slept properly since. I haven't laughed much either." We introduced gentle mindfulness routines, like guided breathing, light nature walks, and writing down 3 good things every evening. Her stress markers dropped, her memory improved, and she smiled for the first time in our sessions. So there you have it. 5 silent reasons why seniors like Clara and maybe even you are forgetting things more often. Brain inflammation from gut imbalances, dehydration, poor sleep, low B12, and chronic stress. But the most powerful truth is this: it's not too late. Your brain is alive. It's still learning, and it wants to heal. You just have to give it the right support. In the final part of this video, I'll show you a simple daily routine that thousands of seniors have used to restore mental clarity, calm their nervous system, and feel sharper in just 30 days. It's easier than you think, and you can start tonight. Let's talk about what you can do starting tonight, because if any part of Clara's story sounded familiar to you, there's good news. The brain is not a fixed organ. It's not doomed by age. Neuroscientists have proven that the brain remains plastic, meaning it can rewire, regenerate, and even grow new connections well into your 90s, but only if you give it the right inputs. So here's the 5-minute daily memory reset routine that I now give to all my senior patients and the one Clara still uses every day. First, start your morning with water. 1 full glass. Before coffee, before breakfast. Add a pinch of sea salt and half a lemon if you can. It wakes up your metabolism, supports electrolyte balance, and helps your neurons fire more efficiently. Second, nourish your gut-brain axis. Eat 1 fermented food daily: kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, or unsweetened yogurt. Pair it with a prebiotic, a handful of berries, a tablespoon of chia seeds, or lightly steamed asparagus. Within 2 weeks, you may start noticing clearer thinking. Third, move your body. You don't need to join a gym, just walk. 15 to 30 minutes, ideally outside. Morning sunlight helps regulate your circadian rhythm and boosts natural melatonin at night, improving sleep, reducing inflammation, and sharpening memory. Fourth, protect your sleep like your life depends on it, because it does. Stop all screens 1 hour before bed. Take magnesium glycinate, or drink calming herbal teas like lemon balm or chamomile. Write down your worries so they don't spin in your head all night. And make your bedroom a temple for rest, quiet, dark, and cool. Fifth hand, maybe most important, engage your brain emotionally. Talk to someone you love. Call your daughter. Play a board game. Read a book you've never opened. Practice gratitude. These emotional engagements aren't just good for the soul, they light up your memory centers like fireworks. Clara started writing 1 letter a week to her grandson. "I don't always send them," she said, "but it feels like a conversation." And that is powerful, because memory is not just data. It's emotion, connection, identity. It's the thread that ties your past to your present and gives your future meaning. So if you're over 70 or 80 or 90 and you've been scared that your memory is fading, that you're slowly becoming invisible, I want you to hear me now. You are not broken. You are not lost. You're just inflamed, dehydrated, maybe a little over-medicated, and definitely stressed, but all of that can be changed. Starting with today. Starting with you. Like Clara, you can rebuild what felt like it was slipping away. You can reclaim your clarity. You can reconnect with your stories. And maybe, just maybe, you'll remember more than names and dates. You'll remember how strong you really are. So if this message resonated with you, do me a favor. Leave a comment below telling me your name, your age, and the one memory you never want to lose. Let's start a conversation. Let's break the silence around senior memory loss. Share this video with someone you love, someone who's been quietly forgetting. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel. We've got more healing stories, science-backed strategies, and hopeful voices coming your way every week. Because growing older doesn't mean growing weaker, it means growing wiser, and your story is far from over.